Hi guys, I'm here to share my pocketed pages for May. I do have a process video of these pages, so if you saw that, you might want to skip over this, or if you saw that and want to see the cards in more detail, then go ahead and watch. I had planned to post this right away, and I know at the end of my last video I said that you could find this right away, but I forgot to. I ran out of time and I meant to come back to it, and then I forgot, and then somebody emailed me, and then I remembered that I was supposed to do that. So here I am doing it, and I'm hoping to get this to you guys soon. So here's the first card, and it just uses actually not the pass card, but not the key card. It's the gift card that I used to pay for the hotel. And so this is a 2-page spread that will face each other instead of being back to back, like most of my pocketed pages these days are back to back. So in this particular month, I'm going to have 2 pages, and I'm going to put something else on the front of this one and something else on the back of this one. And both of these pages are about our little staycation that we took once a year. What we do is we book a hotel room in our own city, so we don't travel anywhere, we just stay here. And the idea is that we either do local things, like go to our own local museum or places we haven't been for a while, or in this case, we really just spent time in the pool, and that's about all we did. So it was very, very, very relaxing as a parent. Like, we just kind of hung out and read at the table and swam with the kids and ate at the restaurant, and that's about all we did. So it was really nice because it was raining outside, which meant that we didn't get to do as many things as we had planned, but it was actually quite nice. It was a lot more like a staycation would be if you stayed home. It's just we don't have a pool, so we did it at a hotel. So I just used the snap letter stickers that came in a previous kit to put the word staycation, and then I used the letter stickers that came in the current kit to do 2014. And everything, when I talk about the kit, I'm talking about the May This Life Noted kit from Scraptastic. So this is one of the cards that came in the kit, one of the 4x6 cards, and then some of the Studio Calico labels that came in the kit. Oh my goodness, I am in love with these labels. I love, love, love them. And so if you watch my process video, you saw that I initially put the date upside down on this red label, and then I just layered the orange label over top and did the date properly. Did my journaling there. Next card is another 4x6 card from the kit. It had that on the back side, and then this on the front right across here, and then a spot here for a title or some journaling. So I just used it basically as a pattern paper. Put my photo here. This photo is 3.8 by 3.8, and it's an Instagram that my husband took, and then I just used more of those Studio Calico labels there to put my journaling. Then this is one of the 3x4 cards from the kit. I just used the letter stamps. People were asking me where these letter stamps were from. Let me see if I can grab them to show you what they look like. They're from the April Scraptastic This Life Noted kit. So the April kit came with a really cute alphabet stamp, and I've been using it last month and this month and for many months to come because I love it. So I just stamped out the word staycation. It got a little smushy right there, but that's okay. Then I used one of those foldable tabs that come in the kit. You can fold them or you can cut them apart into 2s or tear them apart. They come perforated, so you can do whatever you want with them, but they provide so many that I tend to just use them as a single, and I fold it over, stapled it, put the pool, obvious. But it says, you know, the best part of staycation is the pool. So there's that. And then I took these 3 matching 3x4 cards that say good afternoon. I didn't do much to them. All I did was I added these 3 wood veneers that nested. They were kind of 3 wood veneers that were the same shape, that were 3 different sizes, and I painted them white and journaled and stamped the number 3, and that is from the current month's stamp set. So there is a number. I could have used this number, but it would have been way big. So I used the number that came in. This is this month's stamp set, and the numbers look like that, so they're a more reasonable size. So hours in the pool 3. So I basically just stapled this on all 3 of the cards. So that's the good afternoon one. This is the good night one. And then this one is the good morning one. So it's a total of 8 hours in the pool altogether. Next 3x4 card is just a card from my stash. It's just I think it's a piece of grid paper that I cut to 3x4, but I also bought some grid cards that were 3x4, so I can't remember which one it is. I just took another one of those Studio Calico labels and wrapped it around and did a bit of journaling on it, and I matted my photo so that I cut my photo a little bit less than 3x4 so that it would fit like that on a plain card. And I like to keep plain cards, or just kind of either plain white or grid, or pieces of pattern paper that are cut in 3x4, just to use for backgrounds, because I find that the cards that come in the kit are so beautifully designed I don't want to cover them up with a 3x4 photo, so I like to keep a couple of scraps on hand that are 3x4, or some of those cards. So here's another one of those cards, the 3x4 cards that came in the kit, and I just put a 2x3 photo across the bottom, put the cork arrows that came in the kit, and I used that same stamp set to stamp out Pedway Selfie. And then I kind of made a bit of a visual triangle here with the 2 stars here and then the 1 star there, and that was kind of just as I placed them out, I decided to put that there so that it would make a nice triangle there. And then for this one, this card came with this pattern kind of across this way, but I didn't quite like that pattern for this photo. So what I did was this was one of the cut apart Ormolu tags that came in the kit, and I used the stamp set from this month. I just used the little check mark, and I checked all of the boxes in all different colors using Stampin' Up! Ink, and then I did my journaling here, and I added a little flare badge on the dark. This is like the chair, and it was just like a funny looking dark spot on my photo, so I just put the flare badge there. Then this is a really cute card that came in the kit, and I loved it. It's that way on the back, and then this side had this pattern on it. And so I just took one of the 3x4 cards in the kit and did some outlining and journaling on it, added a little paper clip that came in the kit from from Freckled Fawn, and just glued it in place. So that was a pretty easy one to do. Then for this one, I took the 3x4 card that featured the map as a frame, and I did my journaling in here, and it had this little scrolly decorative element at the bottom, and I just used one of my punches to punch out a circle of the Boston Pizza logo from the kids card that we use. So we bought these cards where you you pay like $5 for the card, and it gives you 5 free kids meals. And so I just punched that out to show that we went to Boston Pizza, used the last of our cards, so I didn't need it anymore. And then I put a 3x4 photo here. I just trimmed it down a little bit so that it would have a border around it. And that's all on this card right here, but you don't see any of the design. I covered up all of the designs because I'm very unlikely. I don't use many of the calendar cards, so I didn't mind covering it here. Then here I have 2 3x4 cards, and they're just on a piece of plain, this is a piece of pattern paper that I keep with my pocketed page protector stuff. I just keep a stack of these already cut into 4x6 pieces of 4x6 paper. And then the back sides of them, it's I forget which brand of pattern paper it is, but they don't have patterns on the back side. So I can use it either as a pattern for a border around something like this, for example, or this, or I can use it as just a plain white background. So here for this one, this card, I think it was plain. I don't think it had anything on it, but just this pattern of yellow and white boxes. I just put a doily from my stash, wrote going down and an arrow, and stapled the photo there. That's just a photo of us going down the escalators, and there was a mirror above, so I just held my phone and took a picture. You can see my phone right there. So I thought that's cool, and I like how it shined right there, just like it was the reflection. I don't think it was my flash, but I don't know what that was, but it's kind of cool. And then that's the card I already showed you before. And then this is the You and Me card, which came in the kit, and it's so pretty just by itself. I didn't want to do much to it, so at first I just put a sequin in the middle of the O, and then I went back and added a top and a bottom piece of doily just to add a little bit of extra interest there. Then this is another really simple card. It's just, it came like this. It had this kind of label on the center part of it, which I completely covered with my photo. And then I just took Good Times, which is a die cut from the kit. It had like a white banner here that I cut off. I used my Xyron X to put adhesive on the back of this, and then I just cut off the white part. And then I just did some journaling above and below. And then this card, I show you how I made this in quite a bit of detail in my process video. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this, you can just check that out. But I used a punch to make the legend, and then I did use a punch for the circle shape for a background for all of these, and then I just cut out each piece and put them in with glue and put them on another one of those grid cards. I'm pretty sure this one is from Studio Calico. And then this is just a 3x4 photo that I matted on another one of those grid cards. And then this is a 4x6 card from the kit, and I put a Studio Calico label up here. It had in review there, so I just wanted to cover that up because I'm not using this for an in review. So it says room service fiasco. I used the same letter stamps as before, cork from the kit, sequins from the kit, and lots of journaling about the problem that we had with room service. I told you about that card already. And then this one was just a numbered 3x4 card that came in the kit, and I'm just ignoring the numbering. I'm just using it more as a design element than as a list. And I just did my journaling there and put the photo there. So that is my spread. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a great week.